everybody, it's Lori Bradley and I'm here in St. Louis and it is Tuesday, September 17th. I can't believe that September is half over already. And today we are going to shift gears to fall. We've done fall. Last night was my fall autumn leaves card class on my card club. And so today we are actually going to do Halloween. And you may have noticed in the catalog that there isn't any Halloween items, or aren't any Halloween items, use my correct grammar. And there was just a release of some designer series paper, a kit, a scrapbooking kit. If you're a scrapbooker, I'm going to show you those in just a minute. And then there are a couple of online exclusive stamp sets. One's a bundle, one's a stamp set. So I'm going to show you the bundle today. It's called Potions and Spells. Yeah, Potions and Spells. And then also the Halloween Spells designer series paper. So let me turn my camera around. Let's get started. If you have any questions along the way, give me a shout out, let me know. And I'm going to show you those. So give me 1 second. You can see on my desk right now, I have the designer series paper. Scoot over here, and actually I'm going to set up my computer really quick. Make sure that we've got that going. The designer series paper is brand new, and it is in the scrapbooking brochure. So if you are if you've been looking in the catalog, you're not going to find this. It is an online exclusive in the scrapbooking brochure. So so that's where you would look, and I can post a link to that as well. And then the Potions and Spells bundle is on just in the online exclusive section. So we're going to use the bundle today, and then we're going to use the designer series paper. The designer series paper is 12 pieces of 4 different patterns. So there's 3 each. There's the purple polka dot, which is gorgeous grape, and then this one, which I think could be used for anything retro. It's black with little things. Kind of reminds me of, is it the Bewitched logo that had that on there? I'm not sure. But it reminds me of a little bit of a retro pattern. And then there's this fun stripe with some polka dots. And when I was a kid, Halloween was black and orange. Like that was the only choice. And then since then they've added purple and green. And then in this paper there's actually a pool party stripe, which is actually kind of fun. And then on the back of that is a coordinating pool party diagonal stripe. And then we have granny apple green bubbles and the little retro stars, and I'm not sure what to call those, stars and diamonds, I guess. And then on the back of that is black and white stripe. So if you have a referee in your life, this would be a perfect paper for that person's cards. And then there's the Potions and Spells designer series, the pattern that has and it matches the Spells and Potions stamp in the stamp set. So that's kind of fun and coordinating. We're not using this piece today, and we're going to actually use the back because polka dots are my favorite thing. But I'm going to show you really quick. We also have new, and I haven't opened this yet, so I'm just going to show you the scrapbook kit. It's like a workshop in a bag. It comes with everything that you need to make, I believe, 3 2-page spreads. So 6 pages for your scrapbook. And it comes with the stickers. It comes with the designer series paper. It gives you all the directions. And so that is an available thing as well. So if you're a scrapbooker, this could be perfect for your Halloween projects. We also have, for your Halloween photos, we have Reindeer Memories, which coordinates with the Reindeer Fun bundle in the mini catalog. Also 3 2-page spreads, which is also super fun. Coordinates with the paper. You can buy the paper separately for both of these, but you can also buy the kit, which is all inclusive. And then the last kit that I have that's available right now is the Autumn to Remember, which is also very pretty. I'm not sure that this one coordinates necessarily with anything, but look at these cute little animals. Fall animals. So those are the scrapbooking kits. I'm hoping to have a class with one of those sometime soon. So if you're a scrapbooker, look for that. But let's get started with our Halloween cards because we are within 6 weeks. I think that's 100% acceptable for timing. Okay, so I have 3 Halloween cards for you today. We have a little Hocus Pocus, one that's just a little Happy Halloween, and a double Toil and Trouble card, which is a fun fold. So I'm gonna save that one for last. I'm gonna start with the brooms, little Hocus Pocus. And after I designed this, I decided I needed a little bling, and I'm gonna add some bling to my one that we're gonna make today. And then I also decided that the stripes kind of hid, and the paper, it's not me cutting, it's actually just the paper. The stripes are a little bit wonky. So for my other card, for my second one that we're gonna make today, I changed my stripe, and I think I'm gonna like that a little bit better. So I have a black card base, just a basic black. Hold that. I have that ready. I'm gonna go ahead and put my designer series paper on here. Have you made any Halloween cards? Or are you a Halloween fan? Let me know what kind of cards you like to make for Halloween. Or if you do make Halloween cards, which. Okay, so there's that piece. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like that better. We'll see. We'll see when I get done. All right, I've got 2 brooms, and I have die cut the handles and the sweepy part, and I have a little bit of adhesive sheet on the back, so those are easier to assemble. And then I did, there's not any glimmer paper that's exactly the colors of these paper, but I took the 24 to 26 glimmer paper, which this is Peach Pie, and this one is Petunia Pop, but I thought they were close enough. My college roommate used to say good enough for who it's for, and so I'll send this to one of my kids, and then it'll be good enough for who it's for. So, all right, so this one's going to be a little Hocus Pocus. Kind of reminds me of the witches from Hocus Pocus. Go ahead and stamp that. I have to pull it closer so I can actually see where I'm stamping. Okay. And then I'm going to put this piece on. Super simple. Once you get your die cuts, this one's a simple card. But it's super cute with all the fun colors. Did a little orange rim, just so it wasn't. I started to use black and realized we could not see the black, so I did orange, and I'm gonna like this much better so that my stripes don't get lost so much. So that's a lesson learned with this paper. Okay, then put a little bit of adhesive. My broom there. I'm going to do the same with the purple one, the Petunia Pop. Actually, I probably didn't need the adhesive sheet on this end, but that's okay. I'm going to put adhesive on the, like I said, the sweepy part. Then I can use the adhesive sheet from the top to make sure that it sticks. So let's see. And there's no right or wrong on how you put your brooms on. I'm just going to cross those on my panel. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this on my card, and since my card is mostly black, I'm actually going to use black dimensionals, which, I don't know, it's not quite as good as sliced bread, but I think it is definitely one of the best inventions that Stampin' Up! Has come up with, is the black dimensionals that hide when you have dark colors, because the white ones would show all the way through, and they come in it comes in one package, a combination of mini dimensionals and the regular ones. Okay, so we've got our brooms. Now, I said I don't have any glimmer paper of those colors. I also don't have a ribbon of those colors. There's no gorgeous grape. There is a new pool party. The pool party wasn't the focus color that I used. So I'm going to take our black and vanilla, and I don't want to use the vanilla because it's definitely white. So I'm just going to trim a little piece, and I'm going to color it with a Stampin' Blend. And then one of the things that I learn is when other people use my markers, I'm going to pull this out and show you what happens. If I pull out just the marker tip, the fine tip, it's not attached. So I'm not sure how that happened. And then my Granny Apple Green, I realized, looks like this. So if your Stampin' Blend tip on the paintbrush side looks like this, I'm going to get it really close so you can see the fraying on the end. If yours looks like that, you are pressing too hard. The Stampin' Blends are just super, super fine and light. So you just barely want to touch your paper and it will work perfectly. So that is what not to do. I actually have a new set of Granny Apple Green ones, but I wanted to show you that. So to color your ribbon, it's very simple. You take your marker and you kind of turn it on its side. You don't want to do it straight up and down. Turn it on the side, and we're just going to color this ribbon. You can do this with any white ribbon. You can even do it with a colored ribbon. If it's a light colored ribbon, you could color it to make it a darker color or a different color. Normally it goes all the way through, but I noticed earlier on the edges that it didn't fully cover. So I'm going to go ahead and color the back just to make sure my whole ribbon is colored. And I'll let that dry for a second. It is an alcohol marker. If you use a regular marker, if you use just a Stampin' Right marker, it's going to take forever to dry. And make sure that you have a paper underneath because it will go through and you don't want to ruin your best kitchen table or your dining room table. And you'll also notice when you do it that this ribbon is a little bit stiffer once you color it, and that's okay. I hope I made this long enough. I'm just tying a knot because I didn't need a big bow. Okay. We laughed last night at my card club about tying bows, and I actually tied bows for the ladies, which is super unusual. And they were thankful, but I actually did it pretty well. I was pretty impressed with myself, actually. And today, I'm struggling. All right, so I have my little bow. I'm just going to attach that with a glue dot. Lots of different adhesives here today. Adhesive sheets, I've got glue dots, I've got black dimensionals, I've got regular dimensionals. We're going to use them all today. All right, but now I think it needs a little bit more shine. So I found in my stash, I'm not sure that these are actually quite the right color. I'm going to use them anyway. You can see what we think. Or maybe I'll put it on my previous sample. I'm going to use the adhesive back shiny sequins. I think they're okay. We could probably even use the green, but I think since orange is our main focus, I'm going to use some of the orange ones and just add a little bit more shine to it. There. I think that's better. Although I think I should put... All right. So let's do that. I'll go ahead. That's close enough, right? It's just an orange shine. An orange shine on our card. So there's card number 1. I think, what do you think? Is the color okay? I think the color is okay. Blends. This is a little lighter than the pumpkin pie, but it's also about the same colors. So I think we're going to go with it. I think we're going to go with it and be happy. All right. Now, I'm going to let's do the fun fold next. The card itself is pretty simple. So we are going to make a fun fold, and I use 2 different patterns of the paper. I use the bubbles with the retro piece, and then I use the orange polka dot, and it opens like this. This is the Potions and Spells bundle that's an online exclusive, and the paper is the new Halloween spells paper that's in the scrapbooking brochure online. So you won't find that in a catalog, it's just online. All right, so I have my cardstock scored, and I used thick white, so this piece will come down and this piece will go up. They're gonna meet in the middle, or actually they're not exactly in the middle. They're a little bit off. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put my pieces together, and then I'm gonna show you how I did the drips, like how the slime is actually dripping off the top flap, because I didn't want it to be ugly, so I hid it a little bit. So let me get these pieces put on. So I've got that piece, and then I'm gonna put my bubbles. It doesn't cover the whole upper flap. I just want it to cover the top. I mean, you could cover the whole thing if that's easier for you, but I figured that I was gonna cover it up anyway, so I didn't cut the whole thing. It might save you a little bit of paper. I do like the black and white stripe. The black and white stripe can be colored as well. You could take your markers and color any of the stripes. Make them any color that you wanted, anything that matches, or it could be Daffodil Delight because you're making a bumblebee card, or it could be pink because you're making a Valentine card. It's very versatile, actually. Okay, now take just a few minutes to color, but I'm gonna stamp my bubbles. My ink pad. My only ink I'm using today is Memento because it goes with everything, and then we're gonna color and make things cute. So I'm gonna color, stamp my bubbles. And then my double toil and trouble. And you see my words, sorry, gotta pull it towards me. All right, so we've got bubbles and double toil and trouble. Okay, then let's put a few extra bubbles, and there are 3 different size bubble stamps. It can be whichever one that you choose. I'm just gonna add a couple, maybe one of each size. How's that? Just random. And I just realized, so this is a lesson that I just learned. There we go. So we've got all of the bubbles. I just learned my lesson on this card that I just did. And I colored bubbles on the inside. I did the bubbles on the inside. I colored those with blends. So my lesson for today is to put it on, do a white panel on the inside and color that, because when I flip it over, we can see the bubbles on the outside. So let me grab really quick a white panel so when I do it on this card, it doesn't do the same. My white paper handy and my paper trimmer. Okay, so I'm just gonna make a, that's 5, bummer. Okay, I'm just gonna do, you cover the whole thing, but I'm just gonna do a 4 by 5 1/4, which is my normal mat size. And that way when I stamp and color that, it won't bleed through, because I don't want somebody to look at that and think, yuck. Okay, so let's color. I've got Gorgeous Grape, I have Pumpkin Pie, and I have Granny Apple Green blends here. And there's no, actually I guess I should stamp my bubbles on the inside too, so that way I can do it all at once. I need a tall chair, so I can see. Okay, and then just some bubbles. So my bubbles. I'm gonna do a whole lot. I won't make you watch me color all of them. Just enough to make it fun. stop there. Actually, I won't color these right now, but I will color this one for you. And I used the light and the dark. I just kind of, whoop, there's the piece inside I didn't want to use. And it fell apart. So, note to self to put the new Stampin' Blend for pumpkin pie on my order list for tomorrow. Which reminds me, tomorrow is free shipping. So if you have a $75 order, tomorrow is free shipping, and it will ship free. And also, if you place a $75 order, actually if you place a $50 order, you qualify for my monthly Fun Fold class. So that would be held in October, but you also would get these cards for free. So you can get a free class and a free shipping. So, and these cards, what better way? It's like a triple bonus. Free class, free cards, free shipping. Just gonna color some orange, color a little bit of purple. Oh, my Gorgeous Grape is also, that's also on my list. My Gorgeous Grape paintbrush end is dead. I'm just gonna shade a couple of them and then we'll fill in with the lighter purple. So we can do just light. Shade it however much as you want. Just a light one. Probably should have done another granny apple cream. And there's no real right or wrong way to color your bubbles. We're just gonna quickly color those so that they're cute. Sometimes I'm hesitant to do coloring in class because I have a few ladies who are just not excited about coloring. But I like to color. I think it's very relaxing. If you're watching, are you a colorer or a not colorer? I did actually not color on my next card. I just did a die cut of the cauldron because I didn't want to make you watch while I colored. Well, I colored a whole cauldron and shaded it, so hopefully you appreciate that. Yes. Like I said, I won't color the inside ones now. I will color those later and then show you. I will post a picture. Yes, again, I pulled open the wrong side. This is the paintbrush side. That is, that's terrible. Anyway. And by using the light and the dark blend, you can make your greens different colors so that it looks like there's some, I'll color these later, I promise, and then I'll post a picture. Okay, so I have my top, and it looks like this. Now, on my sample, I have the little slimy drips. I don't know what they're called. Slimy drips, I guess, underneath. But if I glue that on here, and I don't want it to be all the way up here. I want it to hang down so we can see, so we can see the green, which I did incorrectly. Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed. All right, you know what? We will fix this. I'm just going to add a little bit of purple to it. I'll find my purple polka dot. And we'll add a purple polka dot edge. Because when I did it, I should have put it close to the fold and not the edge. So now I have a white piece that's right there. So let me cut purple polka dot. on the fly fix it because you messed up. Which probably no one would notice but me. So I'm just going to put this right here, so now all three colors will be on the top. Easy fix. Actually, I had the whole card as Granny Apple green at first, and it was way too much green. It looked very Shrek-like. Okay, now, there we go. But I don't want my, actually, let's go ahead and put this on here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Glue. You could do it on the drips, or you could do it on the back of your panel. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna do them like that. So I put that one on the green piece. If you do it on the green piece, then on the front, you want to put it on the front that's facing outward. So that way your glue is only in spots that will be covered. So we have our drips. Now, I want to scoot it down just a little bit. Actually, but if I do that, then you can see all of this ugliness on the back, which is not necessarily ugly, it's just not ideal. So I cut another piece of thick white, and I'm going to glue that right here, and then I'll glue this right on the edge of that. So we're just going to see a little bit of that green, which is unfortunate. So this one's better, but we will go with it because that's what I got. Unless we can how about that? We are just gonna fix things as we go. Oh my word. Because I didn't like it. I'm gonna put it 4 1/8 so that it was the same as the other piece. And then I might as well just go ahead and cut. Now hopefully this will make me happy. I'm going to use regular adhesive to make it a little stronger. The tape runner. We're going to just cover that up. Thanks, Kathy. Frustrating. Okay. Now I'm back in business. But I'm also going to glue this, I'm going to give it a little bit of an orange rim. So I'm going to do it that way. This one I did with the green between, this one I did with the green coming down out of the orange. I don't know that it really matters which way. Goodness gracious. This card, I thought it was going to be easy. Okay. So add my orange. Just like that. Now, this piece I'm going to glue right up against the edge. And it's going to hang down a little bit. You will not see that. It's just going to look like the card base. So that way our ugly drips are not showing. And then we'll glue this right at the bottom edge of that. So it's all covered, just like that. And that way when they open the card, they won't see where the glue attached the slime drips. Slime drips, potion drips, I'm not sure exactly which it is, but It's all taken care of. Ta-da. Alright, and then I will put this on the inside after I color them. Normally I don't put a panel on the inside, but apparently if I'm going to color with blends, I should. Okay, card number 2. Card number 3 is a cute little cauldron. Also has some colored bubbles. Bear with me, has some colored bubbles. Purple card base. And for this one, I'm just going to use the polka dotted paper because it's pretty subtle, but polka dots are my favorite, so I'm a little partial to those. I have my panel for the front and my other 2 pieces. Disappeared. I am having a moment today. Mercy sakes. Okay, well, let's get this part done. I don't know where that is. Another black and white panel. Put our polka dots, and I cut a 3 3/4 by 5 piece of that, and then I cut it in half, which is 1 7/8, so that they would have just a little bit of a matte look. It would be it would have the little space in the middle, so they wouldn't butt up against each other. Use the liquid glue. It does help move if you need to, and it also don't need very much, so don't pour a whole bunch. Okay, so I've got that panel. It is ready for our card front. There we go. Oh, I did that one the opposite. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm going to go ahead and color my ribbon and let it dry while I cut the other piece. What do you think? Should I do it purple or orange? If you have an opinion, let me know. Wait a second, and I'm going to go ahead. This one, I'm going to use some more of that peach pie glimmer paper to make some drips on my cauldron. Scoot it over a little bit because my bow's going to go on that left side, so it'll cover up that where it's not on there. Okay, my black and white paper again. Oh my goodness. Not sure where they went. Maybe I used to already. All right. I didn't color my ribbon yet. If you have an opinion, let me know. Orange or purple? Make sure I've got the right dimension here. Usually I have all my pieces cut. So it's 3 1/4 by this 1 1/2. So we're going to do that one at 4 3/8. So that way there's a little mat. All right, now we're back in business. Okay. All right, let's color this. I'm going to color it orange. I'm going to do this one orange since the bow will be on the left on the purple side. So let me do that while we... Just a quick, light touch on the side. So this one will just be opposite of the other one. So let me set that aside. And we'll stamp our bubbles, and you can kind of see where you want your bubbles to go with your cauldron. You can see your cauldron's going to sit about there, so then you can stamp your bubbles. And you're going to stamp Happy Halloween up on the top. So do that first, so it's hopefully out of the way. And we'll stamp our bubbles. My mistake I made earlier for my bubbles, I put them too far to the right, and then they were hanging out of my cauldron. So I can actually lay my cauldron right there. It's already got its stuff on it. That's the back, and then I can make sure that my bubbles go all the way down to the cauldron. I'm gonna take it out. There we go. All right, and once more, we'll use the wrong end of the blend. Hopefully there's not as many bubbles on this one as the other one, since I added extras. Color those. Some light and some dark. I can go down a little bit because it's going to be covered up by the cauldron. Do some light, green, apple green. And then maybe one dark. Lucky end, pay attention. And then we'll fill in with purple. If you are still watching, thank you. I will finish my coloring here. I try not to show too many things that are just coloring, because then I feel like you're sitting there just watching me and I'm not moving on. Let's do a dark blue. Curious to look at the difference between this one and the other one, so to see if I did the same colors. Do the dark around the edges and then blend it in with a lighter color. So you can shade it. I've seen some really pretty cauldrons, but like I said, I just went ahead and used the black one. That was easier. Otherwise you'd see me coloring that one too. So, okay. Got my bubbles. Now we will attach our cauldron. We got the glimmer paper on it, so we have our drips. Then we'll put our panels together that I have lost. They're probably here in my stack somewhere. Let's see. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on this one to make it pop up just a little bit. And again, I'm going to use the black ones. I don't have any of the big ones right here, so I'm just going to, I already cut some. Cut the edges that are around the edges. Cut those into smaller pieces. Not a whole rim. Put those on the back. So if we had the white dimensionals on this one, it would be obvious that we had something back there. So we want it to just blend together, but we want it to be popped up. And then the other thing that you could do, which and this is pretty stiff. This is pretty stiff now, but because of the alcohol. I'll go ahead and make my bow. I'll just start too far to one end. Not too terrible. But this orange and black looks definitely Halloween-y. And I think of classic Halloween, I guess. It could even be fall, really. Especially, Cajun Craze would definitely be a good fall color to color that. Oops. Close. Trim it. Put a glue dot on it. And attach it to our cauldron. Alright, now we could also do some bubbles on this one. Just add a couple. Let's try it. We could do green ones too, but I think I'm going to just do the orange color. And there we go. So this one is the same as the other one, but opposite. The purple and the opposite. So there you have it. We have 3 fun Halloween cards with the potions and spells bundle. Using the new Halloween Spells Designer Series paper. Those, like I said, are only online. You can see those in my online store. The paper is in the scrapbooking brochure. And so you can grab those tomorrow when it's free shipping all day until midnight Mountain Time tomorrow night. So in Central Time, that is 1 a.m. But I wouldn't get crazy and try to skip over that because that'd be my luck, that it would go away. So double toil and trouble, little hocus pocus Halloween, and free shipping. And that is not even a trick. That is definitely a good thing for us. If you have any questions, let me know. If you spend $50, if you have an order that's less than $75, please send that directly to me, and I will put it on a workshop so that we can get free shipping. We'll get that taken care of tomorrow as well. But $50, you get all the card kits, and you get my free online Fun Fold class. So have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next week.